Hey, listen up. Did you know that Aries, the fiery first sign of the Zodiac, hides a secret weapon of 40 psychological virtues that can make anyone fall head over heels for their magic? That's right. Behind that bold, take charge vibe, there's a treasure chest of traits so extraordinary. One of them, number 23, will absolutely blow your mind. Stick with me, because we're diving deep into what makes Aries the ultimate game changer in life, love, and everything in between. Now, before you think this is just another fluffy Zodiac rundown, let me hit you with something wild. Aries isn't just about charging ahead like a ram on a mission. They've got layers that'll tug at your heartstrings in ways you never saw coming. Ever wonder how someone can be both a fearless warrior and a total softie who'd fight for the underdog without a second thought? That's the Aries paradox, and we're peeling it back layer by layer to uncover virtues that aren't just impressive, they're downright magnetic. Let's dig into what fuels this fire sign, and trust me, you'll be itching to know how these traits play out in real life. First, let's set the stage with the raw essence of Aries. Picture this, a sign ruled by fire, the very first in the Zodiac lineup, bursting with an energy that screams independence and optimism. They don't just walk into a room, they ignite it. Their core is built on a bedrock of autonomy, a fierce need to carve their own path without anyone's permission or unsolicited advice. Think of a friend who always knows exactly what she wants, whether it's picking a spontaneous road trip destination or standing firm on her beliefs. She's not waiting for approval. She's already halfway there. That's Aries, with a self-confidence that radiates like a beacon, drawing people in. Studies on personality traits often link fire signs to high levels of initiative, and Aries tops the chart with a zest for adventure that's almost contagious. They see life as a playground, diving into challenges, not just to win, but because every hurdle is a chance to grow. I've watched this play out countless times. Take this one gal I know, always the first to suggest hiking some insane trail at dawn just to catch the sunrise. Her energy didn't just push her limits, it pulled everyone else along for the ride, creating memories that stick. But it's not just about thrill-seeking. Aries has a warrior spirit, an indomitable drive to tackle obstacles head-on. Whether it's a career setback or a personal goal, they don't back down, they double down, fueled by a grit that's rooted in their very identity. Their leadership isn't about bossing people around. It's about inspiring through action. Imagine someone stepping up during a group project, not just taking charge, but making everyone feel like they've got a stake in the win. That's the Aries effect. And let's not forget their optimism, a lens that turns even the gloomiest day into a fresh start. This isn't blind positivity. It's a deliberate choice to focus on growth, to see every ending as a new beginning. I recall a moment when someone close to me, pure Aries through and through, lost out on a big opportunity. Instead of wallowing, she threw herself into learning from it, mapping out her next move with a fire in her eyes that said, "This isn't over." That's the foundation we're building on: independence, adventure, leadership, and an unshakable belief in tomorrow. These aren't just traits. They're the heartbeat of every virtue we're about to explore. The why behind how Aries moves through the world with such electric force. Hold on. Let's flip the script for a second. What if I told you that beneath all that fiery bravado, Aries carries a heart so tender it can catch you off guard? Yeah, we're going deeper now, straight into the emotional underbelly of this sign. It's not just about charging into battle. It's about who they're fighting for and why. Their compassion is a quiet storm, often overlooked amidst the noise of their boldness. Picture this: someone who seems invincible on the outside, yet they're the first to offer a shoulder when you're down, listening with a sincerity that makes you feel truly seen. That's Aries, building authentic connections with a trust so open it's almost disarming. I've seen this firsthand, a friend who never hesitates to rally behind a cause, whether it's organizing a community fundraiser or just checking in on someone who's been off the radar. Her kindness isn't loud, but it's steady, rooted in a genuine desire to lift others up. And in love? Oh, honey, Aries is a whole different beast. They dive in with a passion that's all-consuming, ready to create memories that feel like movie scenes. But here's the twist. They've got vulnerabilities too, hidden fears of not measuring up or losing what they cherish most. It's this raw humanity that makes their strength even more real. Think about a moment when someone you thought was unbreakable let their guard down, admitting they're scared of failing someone they love. That's the Aries struggle, balancing a fierce exterior with a soul that feels everything deeply. Their zero tolerance for betrayal comes from this place. Hurt them once, and that trust is shattered, not out of spite, but self-protection. I remember overhearing a conversation where an Aries woman laid it out plain after a fallout. She'd move on, but she'd never forget. That mix of resilience and caution, compassion and boundaries, shows how their heart isn't just big, it's battle-tested. These emotional virtues aren't just add-ons. They're the glue that holds their fiery spirit together, making every interaction with an Aries a roller coaster of intensity and warmth. Now let's hit the peak, the absolute core of what makes Aries unforgettable, their passion in love, that jaw-dropping Virtue 23 that'll have you rethinking everything. When an Aries loves, they don't just dip a toe in, they dive headfirst into a sea of devotion, with a fire that burns bright enough to light up the darkest nights. We're talking about a woman who, as a partner, gives herself so completely that every moment feels like an adventure. Imagine a spontaneous midnight drive just to stargaze, or the way she remembers the smallest things, like how you take your coffee and turns them into gestures that scream, "You're my world." This isn't just romance, it's a commitment so fierce, it's almost tangible. I've witnessed this kind of magic up close. A connection where every day was a celebration, from surprise weekend getaways to heated debates that somehow ended in laughter. Her impulsiveness wasn't reckless. It was a language of love, a way of saying, life with you is too short to play it safe. And the stats back this up. Astrological surveys often rank Aries among the most loyal partners when their heart's truly in it, with a dedication that's unwavering. Their ideal match, someone strong, independent, who can match their intensity without trying to tame it. Think of a couple where both push each other to grow, challenging ideas over late-night talks, yet always circling back to mutual respect. That's the Aries dream, but it's not all roses. Their fiery intimacy comes with a possessive streak, a jealousy born from how much they invest. I recall the story of an Aries grappling with insecurity when her partner got too close to someone else. It wasn't about control, but a raw fear of losing what she'd poured her soul into. Yet, even with these struggles, her loyalty never wavered. She'd fight for the relationship with the same grit she brings to everything else. And let's talk about the joy they bring. Sharing life with an Aries means every laugh is louder, every memory sharper. Picture a holiday dinner where she's the one rallying everyone for silly games. Her enthusiasm turning a mundane night into a story you retell for years. Their patience in love has limits. Sure, cross them and that anger flares like wildfire. But their willingness to work through it, to maintain harmony with open communication, is what sets them apart. I've seen this balance play out, where after a heated argument, the apology wasn't just words. It was a promise to do better, delivered with a sincerity that cut straight to the heart. This is Aries in love, a whirlwind of passion, devotion, and a protective nature that makes you feel like you've got a guardian angel with a fiery edge. It's not just a virtue, it's a revelation. The ultimate proof that their fire isn't just for show. It's for building bonds that last. All right, let's lighten the mood with a little heartwarming twist that'll stick with you. Amidst all this intensity, there's a side to Aries that's pure gold. Their fight for justice, their unyielding compassion for those who need it most. Imagine someone who's always been the loudest in the room, the one leading the charge, suddenly turning that energy toward defending someone who can't speak up for themselves. It's like watching a superhero drop the cape and pick up a megaphone for a cause. I've seen this spark in action. There was this local event where folks were raising awareness for a community hit hard by tough times. Was front and center, organizing, cheering, even getting teary-eyed over stories of struggle. And Aries, of course, with a heart so big it seemed to fuel her endless energy. She wasn't just there for show. She stayed late making sure every voice was heard, every need noted. That's the thing. They don't just care, they act. Whether it's standing up for a friend who's been wronged or championing fairness on a bigger scale, their solidarity in friendship is just as fierce. Think of that person who drops everything when you call, ready to help no matter the hour. I remember a late-night crisis, a friend in tears over a betrayal, and the Aries in our circle didn't hesitate. She was there with coffee, a plan, and a fierce promise to never let anyone hurt her loved one again. It's this blend of empathy and action that hits you right in the feels. And honestly, it's almost funny how someone so fiery can melt you with kindness. Picture her arguing passionately 1 minute, then turning around to hug a stranger who looks lost. At contrast, that unexpected warmth is what makes their compassion a standout. It's not just about big gestures. It's the quiet reliability, the way they show up when it counts. Think of all the times you've needed a rock, and there they were, not with empty words, but with hands ready to help. Their fight for the underdog isn't a trend. It's personal, woven into their very being, a reminder that their fire burns brightest when it's lighting someone else's way. That's the Aries magic you don't see coming. And once you do, you can't look away. So here we are, wrapping up this wild ride through the 40 virtues of Aries. And I hope you're as captivated as I am by their fiery, heartfelt brilliance. From their unstoppable independence and warrior spirit to the tender passion they pour into love, and that golden compassion that surprises you every time. Aries isn't just a sign, it's a force. They teach us to live boldly, love fiercely, and stand up for what's right, all while reminding us that even the strongest among us carry a vulnerable heart. If you felt their magic in these stories, or if they've sparked a little fire in you, I'd love for you to stick around for more. Hit that like button and subscribe. It's the fuel that keeps me sharing these cosmic insights with you. And hey, videos like this can vanish quick, so don't wait. One last thing. What's the most unforgettable Aries trait you've seen in action, or maybe in yourself? Drop it in the comments. I'm dying to hear your stories.